If you're in the early stages of planning your flooring project, this series is for you. My name is Britta. I'm a co-founder here at Stellar Floors, where we make incredible hardwood floors, and I can't wait to help you stage out your flooring project and make sure it goes as smoothly as possible. If you like content like this, like and hit subscribe, and we'll keep talking about flooring projects. When you get started on a flooring project, whether it's in a renovation or in a new build, it can be a little bit overwhelming. As a manufacturer of flooring, we know for sure by interacting with our clients that we can make this project go really smoothly for you by just setting out a few important steps. The first stage of a flooring project is really just a site assessment. How big is this project? Let's measure the square feet and make sure that each room is included in the project. You can be drawing this out on a napkin, or you may be referring to your house plans for this specific step. It's really easy to measure square rooms. Obviously, you can measure against the wall and get a general idea of the length versus the width of the room, multiply those together and get the square footage. You can also measure hallways that way. But if you have any complex room layouts, it's always best to assume that some of those complex layouts are flooring themselves. So for instance, if you have a curved part of your room, just sort of draw a square that's pretty conservative, and then you'll have the ability to estimate the overall flooring project with a little bit of overage. When you estimate your overage, go ahead and estimate 5 to 10% for standard flooring solutions. Here at Stellar Floors, with our craftsmanship guarantee, we typically spec between 2 and 3% overage. We will replace any plank that doesn't meet our craftsmanship guarantee, and so you're really just buying overage for specialty cuts and for miscuts. The next thing to do is get an idea of the humidity in your space. If it's a brand new build and it hasn't been built yet, that's obviously pretty difficult. But if you're planning on a modern HVAC system with typical humidity control, you're probably in really great shape. If you have a renovation with a really leaky house and you're not sure what the humidity in your space is on a regular basis, go ahead and order a basic hygrometer on the internet. Put it in your room somewhere about waist high or even around your flooring if you're considering hardwood flooring. You're going to want to know what the average humidity in your space is. We recommend between 30 and 50% RH for our solid hardwood floors. And if you're drier than that, you can acclimate. If you're more moist than that, you really should be thinking about how to control the humidity in your space, whether that's dehumidification, better insulation, better windows. High humidity isn't just bad for hardwood floors, it's also bad for your health because you might be starting to grow mold in your linens and on your surfaces. The next thing to consider is your subfloor construction. If you have a regular OSB subfloor that's 3/4 of an inch thick, you really have every option available to you. If you have a concrete subfloor, like a slab on grade situation, or maybe in a basement, you're going to want to moisture test your concrete and make sure that it's level. But you can use lots of different kinds of flooring in those situations, including Stellar Floors, which float above the concrete. You'll be looking for floating flooring options. And the next step is to decide whether you're going to approach this project as a DIY project or with a professional. That could be based on project size. It could be based on your level of technical expertise. With a Stellar hardwood floor, we've had everything from accountants to plant biologists to teenagers installing our floors. It is pretty straightforward. However, if your project is large, you may be thinking about hiring a contractor to help you with the labor part of the install. Stellar Floor installs really quickly and easily, very similar to LVP, and so it should be priced accordingly. It's definitely not a traditional hardwood floor with nails and glue or with specialized labor that's required. And the next step, you're going to be ordering your floor, and we'll make a whole second video about that. We'll discuss what you should be ordering and how you should plan your budget accordingly. If you like content like this, like and hit subscribe, and we'll keep talking about flooring projects.